torture your teacher? Only raise your hand when you want to sharpen your pencil or go to the bathroom. Repeat every 10 minutes.
Never raise your hand when you answer a question. Said yell, ooh, ooh, ooh. Then the teacher calls on you, say, I forgot I was going to say.
Lean your chair back, take off your shoes, put your feet on the desk. Act surprised when the teacher puts all 4 legs back on the floor.
Drop the eraser end of your pencil on your desk. See how high it will bounce. Drop your books on the floor. See how loud noise you can make. Come, get all your friends to join in. Hold your nose. Make a face. Say P-U. P-U. Fan the air away from your face. Then point to the kid in front of you. On the last day of school, lead your classmates on chant. No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks.
Then, on your way out the door, tell your teacher, bet you're looking forward to a summer vacation this year, but I'll sure miss you. You were the best teacher I've ever had.
Aww. How to torture your students. Start each day with a surprise quiz. Don't dismiss the class for recess until you finish the lesson you're working on. At the end of the day, hand out a huge assignment that's due the next day.
When a student says, I have to go to the bathroom, say, you should have gone this morning at home. Or you had to hold it. It's not for the kindergartners to use the bathroom.
Never call on students who have their hands raised. Only call on students who have no idea what's going on.
When a student asks you a question, say, look it up in a book. Don't tell them the name of the book where the answer can be found in.
When you read, go as fast as you can. Skip a line or two, then ask questions about the passage to see if the students were listening.
When it's time for the students to read, call on someone who doesn't have a book.
When you hand out pencils, make sure they're dull and don't have erasers. When you hand out books, make sure they're torn and tattered.
When preparing students for a test, write all the information they need to know on a board. Then stand in front of the board so they can't see what you found. As soon as you finish discussing the test information, quickly turn and erase the board.
On the last day of school, hand out a surprise final exam. Tell your students if they flunk it, they'll have to attend summer school. And if they flunk summer school, they'll have to repeat the grade. Tell your students you hope they all flunk because you like them so much, you wish they could be your students again next year. See you next year!
This is Brenda. She owns a cat.
Hi.
This is Butterball Snowflake. Meow. Butterball Snowflake is the cat Brenda owns. These are the hairs covering Butterball Snowflake's body. There are a lot of them. In fact, it has been scientifically proven that there are an infinite number of hairs covering their bodies. No matter how much you brush or groom a cat, or how much hair you remove in the brushing or grooming process, there will always be more hair. Always. Unlike human hair, cat hair is actually a biological entity capable of independent thought when separated from its original host. By fixing itself to a carrier, cat hair can travel long distances and spread across the globe. Cat hair has existed since the beginning of time and will be here long after cockroaches have become extinct. It is the secret driving force behind business and politics. The vacuum cleaner had sucked up hair around Brenda's home for years. Surely it can clear now. The vacuum cleaner began sucking up the hair surrounding Brenda's body. But even for the mighty vacuum cleaner, the hairs were too plentiful, and the vacuum cleaner choked. It died!
you.
It's dramatic and powerful.
It's a cheap jolt. You didn't even develop the lint roller, the granola bar, or the vacuum cleaner as real characters.
They aren't real characters. They're a lint roller, a granola bar, and a vacuum cleaner for crying out loud.
Well, then how can they be dead?
Because their usefulness expired.
So they can't perform their intended functions anymore. That's not the same thing as dead. They can't be dead if they were never alive in the first place.
Well, if I'm not dead, then I'm getting out of here.
Me too.
Yeah! Not real characters. Huh.
The nerve of some people.
She's not a character. She's a narrator. You're a mean narrator. You know that?
Mean has nothing to do with it. I'm telling the story. It's my job.
And do you enjoy your job?
Actually, yes, very much so.
Then you're mean.
Go on, you can go too. Go find some lint and have a big party or something. Some inanimate objects just don't appreciate the opportunity to be personified.
I can't imagine why.
Suddenly, there was a knock at the door.
Uh-oh.
Who is it? It's Frankie. Brenda's best friend Frankie stopped by for a visit.
Frankie, don't come in. It's awful. What? Don't come in. I need help. Stay away. I'm coming in. Don't. It's terrible. It's awful. It killed my lint roller, kind of, and my granola bar, and my vacuum cleaner. You're not making sense. Try to calm down. There's a key under the mat, right? It'll get you too. What'll get me? The cat hair. Wow. You look like a Wookiee.
Told you so.
Yeah. A Wookiee? Yeah. Not Chewbacca or Tar from the Revenge of the Sith?
I put my money on Mala from the Star Wars Holiday Special.
You're cruel.
More like Itchy from the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Ooh, that's even worse.
No! What are you freaking out about? Here, let's brush some of that off you. No, it'll get on you too. It's just cat hair, Brenda. There's no such thing as just cat hair. Can't you see? It's alive and it's trying to kill us. You're imagining things. Oh shoot, now I've got some on me. See? I told you. Do you have a lint roller? I told you, it died. Kind of. What about some masking tape? I don't want my masking tape to sort of die. Thank you. Brenda, down. It's alive. It's hair. From a cat. It's still alive. Where'd all this come from anyway? Did you adopt everything in the SPCA? It came from Butterball Snowflake. There's no way this can all be from Butterball Snowflake. But it is, and I need to clean some of it off. All of this, and then some, came from your one cat? Uh-huh. That's not physically possible. I don't care if it's possible or not. It's what happened. You make it sound like some type of paranormal occurrence. I've never seen a ghost, or Bigfoot, or the Loch Ness Monster. But I had a close encounter with cat hair today, and I barely survived with my life. You've obviously been traumatized to the point of redundancy. What? Saying you survived with your life, it's redundant. The life part is already implied with survival. I don't care. I have bigger things to worry about than the English language. Brenda, I want to show you something. Here, kitty.
Of course I'm a real character.
Are you sure about that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you say so.
Stop! What are you doing? No! I'm the narrator! No! And the narrator died. I hate you!
And she stayed dead.
inside the county line and turn back. Band, or no band, they still had plenty of support.
It's kind of an old saying around Caneyville
Said a short blonde girl.
that any time the Caneyville ball team plays anywhere, you can make sure that everybody's there.
Meanwhile, back in Caneyville,
A battered yellow convertible squealed away from the downtown stop sign.
Laid down a half a block long strip of black rubber on US 62.
Shifted into second gear and sped out the rolling hills. A lingering cloud of heavy dust was left behind, but no one in downtown Caneyville raised an eyebrow.
actually there were few eyebrows to be raised. It was early yesterday that the place was nearly deserted.
This is a basketball town.
Observed Postmaster Thomas Young as he listened to a radio perched on a letter sorting bench.
Basketball is all the kids think about here, except for a short break in the spring when baseball comes up for a while.
The news goes on 24 hours a day.
The newspaper is a device designed to make the ignorant more ignorant and the crazy crazier.
The first duty of the newspaper is to be accurate.
If it be accurate, it follows that it is fair. We must have something to eat and the papers to read. Everything else we can give up.
The cardinal premise of journalism is that a cat may look at a king.
You know what people use these for?
They roll them up and swat their puppies for wetting on the rug.
They spread them on the floor when they're painting the walls.
They wrap fish in them.
Or else they pile up in a garage until an inspector declares them a fire hazard.
But there also happens to be a couple of more things.
It's got print on it that tells the stories that hundreds of good reporters all over the world have broken their backs to get.
It gives a lot of information to a lot of people who wouldn't have known about it if we hadn't taken the trouble to tell them.
It's the sum total of the work of a lot of people who don't quit.
It's a newspaper.
That's all.
I do want to point out to you, as I have every night with Fine Arts Festival since I've been here, this is now almost the end of my 6th year, that if you have not been in a place other than Owensboro, I want you to know this is truly a very special place for the arts. Having spent my life in many other places, the level of support, the things that we make possible for all of our students here is truly remarkable. And for those of us that have been elsewhere, we do understand what's going on here. I don't think you could have much of a better year than Owensboro Public Schools has enjoyed this year and on all areas, academic, art, and athletics. I think the support that we have had this year with our theater program, if you take a look in the program, there's several things there to crow about. And of course, as a theater parent, you're always aware of the great things that are happening, not just with the awards, but every single day in the classroom. For myself, getting a chance to watch these people work, I'm going to tell you the creativity that they awaken, the way that they really engage our students in ways that are meaningful to them is truly remarkable. So I hope someday you'll get a chance to come in and watch them, not when they're performing on the boards, but when they're actually working together in performance, in rehearsal, because it really is a great time. Our first honoree tonight is the leader of a new group that performed for the first time on the River Park stage. This is Miss Jamie Self with the Rosebud Players of Sutton. Thank you. The person that started our middle school drama program 4 years ago and has done so many wonderful things, not just within our district with our kids, but also is taking a lot of leadership opportunities as well. I'm so very proud of the things that she's doing at our middle school and beyond. Miss Jessica Stafford. And finally, of course, the pièce de résistance, This person that has created such an extraordinary success in our Rose Curtain Players and continues to be a leader in our art. She and I have spent many an hour driving to Frankfurt this year talking endlessly about our art and the things that we do. And I'm going to tell you, she is someone who cares passionately about what she does, and that's all we can ask of any great teacher, and she is certainly one of them. Miss Carolyn Greer. And once again, I do want to thank this gentleman standing beside me, Dr. Nicholas Brake. He and the rest of our administration and our school board care deeply about the arts, and they make these things possible for us.